Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Pauline Kiru. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how I chose my degree and career and whether I regret it or not. So, when I was younger, I thought I was going to be a doctor, and to make matters better or worse, I was gonna be a surgeon, in fact. However, when I went to high school, something about the whole idea just went out the window. Like I was struggling and I was struggling with biology, and biology is the core of medicine. So I was just like, if I'm not getting biology, I don't see how this thing of wanting to be a surgeon or a doctor is going to happen. And yeah, so in form 2, when we were choosing subjects, I took biology, chemistry, physics, what else, CRE, agriculture, Kiswahili, maths, English. So what happened was physics also was just like not the thing for me. So I decided to change to history, and mind you, when I was changing to history, I was changing it later on after people had been studying it for, I think, one term. There was a bit that I had missed, but I was just like, this is what I'm going to do. And it seemed like a crazy idea, because who does that? I was like, oh, the journey was just a lot, because I remember there was also a time I wanted to drop agriculture. I didn't go to classes because I was just like, I'm out. Then I went back. Anyway, all that happened. So when I went to the history class, I became really good at it. I think it's because maybe I was putting a lot more effort on it since I was like going in later on, so I had to catch up to people, and it turned out it was really my thing. I was good at it, so that became the thing. I went on and did really well. Like, it was just the savior of the subjects. History and CRE, I'd get like 80, and some subjects I'd get like 40 and 50, and history would contribute the marks to those other poorly performed subjects. So I knew that this is a thing for me. Even my history teacher knew that I was going to do law, and I also knew it because that was what was going well at that time. So at the end of Form 4, we did KCSE as usual, and when the results came, it was clear that I could not do law, especially not as a government-sponsored student. I could do it, but as a self-sponsored student, and I didn't want to do it as that because it's expensive, and I just was like, this is not what I want to do, because I feel like, first of all, when you're a self-sponsored student, there's a lot more pressure to do well, because it's like your parents are the ones paying for you, and fees is more expensive, so you better be doing well if it's that expensive. So I was just like, I don't want to go down this path of being a self-sponsored student. So now the question became, what are you going to do now that your grades are not so bad, but then they are not so good that you can do law as a government sponsored student? So I was just like, dilly-dallying and all that. Then I was just like, I want to do journalism. And I think this came as a shock to my parents. First of all, they weren't expecting it. I think they wanted me to do something else. At some point, they wanted me to do pharmacy, and I was like, this is not going to work, because biology, chemistry, not again. And then I was also thinking of industrial chemistry, and then I was like, no. First of all, the whole idea of sitting down the whole day and like just sitting at a desk was just like, this is so boring. Because at this time also, I was just like, I love TV a lot, I love music so much, like I can see myself doing something in that direction. And also, a lot of lawyers had transitioned to become journalists around that period. So I was also like, this seems like a good career for somebody who is thinking about law. And I also wanted to have my own show. I had ideas of what I want my show to be about. So it's just like, even if I do not become a journalist entirely, I feel like this is the career for me, because I'm gonna study, like I'm doing it as a foundational degree so that it can help my communication skills, it can help me to become more confident, and then after I'm done with that, I'm going to do something else now that I want. So that's how that whole thing became. And after a lot of push and pull, I went to uni and did journalism, and 5 years later I graduated, and I was very happy about it. Yeah, but now it's 1.5 years later after graduation, and I'm just like, I don't know, because the question is still like, even now I'm still like, did I do the right thing? In my core, I know I did, because I've come out of it like more confident, I speak better, so that has helped. But then this path of finding the job is not the tough part, because I know the job that I want, and that's the job I want, but I'm not sure I'm going to get it. I'm manifesting that job, but it's like, it's such a competitive field. Some days I'm just like, this is not it. But then when I'm even like doing my content here on YouTube and TikTok, I'm just like, this is the thing for me. I just need to stick with it and see how it goes. It might be a slow process, but I believe that I'll get there. And journalism is just one of those courses that you can't even like explain it entirely. It's like, even my friend was asking me the other day, like, what my forte is it writing, is it TV, is it radio? I'm just like, I think all of them. As a journalist, I'm expected to know how to write well, know how to present the story, and be able to vocalize the story that I'm telling. So I don't think I can choose it. And then there's always the question of, well, you did journalism, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a videographer? Do you want to be a director? Do you want to be a news anchor? Do you want to be a reporter? I feel like this field is full of like so many questions, so many unknowns. You just have to pray that your path is like clear for you, otherwise it's just like a crazy road. Also, let's not forget the fact that at this point and in the Kenyan industry, anyone can do it. So it's just like you're competing with people that studied for this career, and then you have people that have the career inborn in them. They speak so eloquently, they are so good in front of the camera. So I feel like that just makes the process even harder. But at the end of the day, on the question of whether I regret it or not, I don't think I regret it, because when I look at the good and the bad, I've gained a lot more from what I've lost. I've not lost anything from doing journalism. If anything, I am better because I did journalism. So I don't think it's right to regret it. And yet, like, it has really helped me to come out of my shell, it's helped me to become a better individual. So yeah, I'm really happy that that's what I did. But the question of the job is now what I am waiting to see um what happens. So yeah, it's a tough road, but one day at a time. So yeah, guys, I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, bye.